Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube land, it's your boy Tuglo, and today I got some hype news, and as you see here, it is the PvP event, the Bullet of Bullets, our first ever, PvP Bullet of Bullets event. So as you can see here on the title, it does say collect memory fragments to get the limited armor, and as you see a little bit to the right hand side, that is Trap Kirito's armor that he wore in GGO. So let's go ahead and see what we have in this little notice. Now it says, what's the Bullet of Bullets? It's the Bullet of Bullets is the thing that Kirito and Sinon participated, the little tournament that they participated in GGO. For us, it is a limited PvP event, a time-limited PvP event where you compete with a matched opponent randomly assigned for a high score. Win consecutive games to earn a higher BOB rank and get awesome rewards. Now, one thing that I want to point out is it is a time-limited event. So that's the first thing that we do need to keep in mind. Now, it says the event period is going to start on 2/5, which is going to be Monday, all the way up until the 19th. It says the first BOB is available for a limited time. Make sure you can check the schedule and go prepared. It says from Friday to Monday on 15 UTC until Monday at 14:59 UTC, it should be available. Then it says from Monday to Friday, it's 2300 to, basically 1 o'clock UTC, and then 3 to 4:59, and then 12 to 13:59. Now, why do they have these weird time schedules? I am not too sure. But be forewarned that instead of at 6 o'clock UTC of it coming out, it'll come out at 10 o'clock UTC on Monday. These times are very weird to me. Can't really say that I know all these times off the top of my head or why they would do it like that. Maybe they're going to say like, okay, your first few days you're gonna rank up, then the next few we're gonna cull them down, and then get the next bracket, then the next bracket, then we're gonna have our top 2, and then we're gonna compete for the last position, for the top 1. They could do something like that, you never know. Now it says how to play the Bullet of Bullets. It says you basically need to win consecutive games to earn a higher rank. Now it says when you enter BOB, an opponent who's a similar BOB rank is automatically assigned after matching players. The battle stage with a monster is arranged. Choose your best party depending on the boss. When your BOB rank is higher, you're likely to face more powerful bosses. So this is, let me give you the rundown. You're going to go in there, you're going to queue up, and you're going to say, okay, I want to play. The game is going to find you somebody that you are kind of in the close BOB range. Then you're going to pair up and you're going to go to a lobby. In that lobby, you're going to see a little picture of somebody, whether it's a boss, let's say it's a kobold. You'll see a boss of a kobold with a random element. So he could be fire, he could be earth. You won't know until you get to that lobby. In that lobby, you will then be given a certain amount of time to choose what kind of units you're going to use, what kind of weapons, armor, gear, titles, whatever the case may be, that you think will give you the best advantage in beating your opponent. Now, here are some tips on how to get a high score. The first one, as we know, is to parry. It says when parrying attacks, you get a parry bonus opportunity. Attacks after parrying get a damage bonus, and it helps earn a higher score. Now, the second thing that I really want to emphasize is the hinder your opponent with head splitters. Now, we have never had a reason to use head splitters in SAO memory defrag. Now you say, Tug, what is a head splitter? A head splitter is when you jump in midair, you instantly swipe down on the screen so that you come down like so. Whether it be, with your dual blades and you coming down with one, whether it be, you're with an archer and you jump up in the air and then you head split with your foot, whatever it may be. That is how you're going to use a head splitter. Now, what will this do for us? It says you can make opponents stumble by performing a head splitter when they are in preparation for parrying or activating a skill. Beat them to get the upper hand. So basically, you know, let's say you hit that parry, and right as they're about to go into that SS3, you hit them with a head splitter, and then it's going to stumble them, and then you're going to go in and keep on doing damage onto the boss so you can get your score up while they are stumbled. So this is something that you want to be weary of, so that way you don't get bamboozled once you go out into the first BOB. Now, like it says here, it says, in this BOB, some bosses with sub-elemental may appear as well. There will be more disadvantageous elements in your party, but at the same time, you can get more advantageous ones as well. Create parties with advantageous ones and be prepared. Now, it says there's always a possibility of having a fire element that its main, and then it has a wind element as its sub, so that means it's going to take a lot of damage against water, and then if you have a fire unit, it'll take just a little bit of damage against the fire team, because, you know, it has that wind sub element. Now, you know, on the second one, it says it's earth and holy. So if you have a main team, you know, let's say you have 2 units that are going to be wind, you're going to be doing a lot of damage against that mob. And then let's say you have 1 dark unit, you're going to do a little bit of damage against that mob. Whereas let's say if you had a neutral element in your team, you wouldn't really have any type of advantage against either one of those elements. So that's kind of what that is talking about. Now, it says rank up and down. As you see here, it says BOB rank 70, and it has a crown that's filled in and 2 that are not. It says you can earn crowns if you win battles against your opponent. When you collect a certain amount of crowns, you can go up the ranks. The highest rank is 100, so that's the rank that everybody is going to be shooting for. It says if you win 2 consecutive games, you can get extra crowns as a consecutive victory bonus. While on a winning streak, a bonus will be added on every victory. So if you win 5 times in a row, buddy, you could shoot from rank 3 all the way up to 45 in, you know, 5 wins, you know, just like that. So that's always going to be a good thing. Now, here's a chart that we do want to pay close attention to. This is a third point of emphasis that I really want us to know about Bullet of Bullets. It says until you achieve rank 40, you never lose your earned crowns, even if you lose. After rank 80, when you have no crowns, your rank starts to go down. So, let's say you are rank, 25. And it's required to have 2 crowns to move up to the next tier. You can never lose your crowns. And once you hit 0 crowns, you can never go down in ranks. So wherever you get placed, if you're in the top 40, that's where you'll be able to stay, even if you're at 0. Now, if you are, let's say, at rank 91, 92, if you lose a match, you can lose your crowns. And once you hit 0 crowns, then you'll go from 92 to 91, 91 to 90, 98, or, 90 to 89, 88, 87, so on and so forth. And I'm pretty sure it's not going to be just a 1 slot difference. It probably could be, 2, 3, 4, 5, because while you're ranking down, other people's are ranking up, and so on and so forth. So you got to be very careful of how many crowns you have, and, if you're on a winning streak or losing streak, be sure not to tilt. This is one of those things that you got to be careful of. Now it says required crowns. You are going to need 4 crowns before you can go up to the 81st position, the 82nd position. Just like, trying to go up to 91, you need to have 5 total crowns on you. So be very cautious of this. It says in the first BOB, players can be seated based on their rank. It could start at rank 60. So you could be as lucky as starting off at rank 60 and not have that much of a climb to get up to rank 100, but keeping rank 100 is going to be the main key. Now we see here, we have the Bullet of Bullets awards or rewards that we get. We can get memory fragments. We can get a special type of title. We can get coal, diamonds, rainbow essences, more diamonds, and crystals from this event. Now, with those memory fragments, we will be unlocking a new 5-star armor from the exchange shop. This is going to be the Trap Kirito's GGO gear, and it's going to be tailored specifically for Kirito. So if you put it on a Kirito, you'll get a little bit of an extra boost on damage. Now, let's see, we kind of went through that. Now, the next thing, it says also titles. Also titles. It says, get the special event title, BOB1 Legend Player. Better pray that you don't have a lot of whales. Now, it does say, titles with special effects, attack and MP recovery up in the next PvP event are available. It says you can earn each title on rank 40, 80, and 100. So I'm going to assume, if you're rank 91, you'll get the titles for rank 80 and 40. If you're rank 100, you'll get all 3 titles. Now, does that mean you have to get to that position and hold it until the end? Or does that mean you just achieve rank 100 and then you'll get them no matter what? That's kind of what I don't know. It says you'll be rewarded when you achieve your first rank. When you are seated and starting a battle somewhere higher than 0, you are still entitled to all the rank rewards below your rank. The skill those 3 titles have is the same. Oh, okay. So that's actually very good for us. So that means, if we don't reach, the legendary number 1, the legend 27, if we don't reach the top one, we won't get cucked, because we will be able to say, okay, well, I didn't get the top one, but I at least got this one, and it'll at least still have the same skill. It'll just be a different title name. That's hopefully reassuring. Now, moving on to the last thing, like I said here, there's that Kirito's armor. Moving on to the last thing, we do have the bonus characters and armors. There are going to be specific units that are advantageous units to be using, and there will also be advantageous armor to be using. Now, as you can see here, these are the Global Scout ticket units that we can use to give us a boost for the upcoming BOB. This is going to give us plus 10% damage whenever we use these characters. We got USA Asuna, we got the Korean dress, Sinan, we got the Chinese Silica, the Trap Rito, and we got the Lifa. Yeah, I didn't read the names. I was just kind of looking at them and trying to give them a name off the top of my head. Now, here's the thing that a lot of people were looking at, and this is going to be the last point of emphasis. These battle fur coats that we've been able to get from that Silica event that has just kind of been sitting there. I really, I try to give out that warning and say, hey, be sure you do not sell these, because these are going to be extremely helpful in the upcoming Bullet of Bullets. Now, every piece of armor that we have gotten has always been damage reduction. A lot of people have been saying, oh, it's probably just going to be, 3% damage reduction, 5%, 10% damage reduction, whatever it is. But it's actually going to be different. Now, if you did sell your R2 gear and you can't get that R4 anymore, you had to keep every single gear in order to get 3 R4 pieces of gear. Now, as we see here, the special effects are huge. Now, going from R2 to R3, it's a 1% to a 3%. So if you can make, 2 R4s and R3, you'll have, 3% damage. But the difference that you can make with 3 R4 armors is huge. You're going to be going from 3% all the way up to 10% extra damage. Then you put that on one of these mitigation units up here, that'll be an extra 20% damage alone. So those units are going to be doing work. So I really hope that you are able to get every R4 possible so that you can get that 30% damage for yourself. Now, guys, I hope that this was helpful, you know, kind of giving us a little preview of what we have upcoming for the Bullet of Bullet PvP event. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel to help make the dream become a reality. Also, if you are subscribed, be sure to turn on those notifications. Last but not least, check out the description box down below where you can find links to my Discord server, my Patreon page, my Twitch stream, and last but not least, any form of social media that you would like to stalk me on, all free of charge. Like I said, guys, that's all I got for this video. So as y'all know, that's the fat lady singing, that's the bells are ringing, and until the next video, I hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you in BOB. Peace out.